So I'm not going to be doing them in Canva, and I made multiple spheres for normal bays. This is for GT, DB, and BU for the core and the weight. Super King, it kind of, like the chassis is a metal ring part, and the chip is the only thing that matters. There's only really two parts. I'll just try to include for two for possible left spin, two for possible right, unless they're all right spin or all left spin. Same thing here. And then 3x6 if I ever want to do a lot and like really put my mind to it. But this time it is Super King. And I'm also using Canva so I can draw. So, okay, I don't know how to get rid of this. Grid view? Whoa, no. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not what I want because I can't draw. Wait, draw on page. Okay, perfect. Now I just gotta figure out how to make this thing go away. Hold up. Will it go away on its own? If I like draw? No. Oh, wait, it will. Okay, cool. So, let's get started. Yeah. I think, so we always can start with the defense. So I think if we go Jet with Spriggan, Jet Spriggan, because you want them weight, even though 3 of these have metal in the middle. Fafnir's a pretty bad choice. So Jet Spriggan with the balance chassis and wedge. You want wedge to be low down. Higher wall's not bad either though. Okay. So what could counter Jet Spriggan balance wedge? Pretty good combo. Attack might be okay. So Helios is the left spin, only left spin, and it counters the free spinning direction of Jet. So maybe attack Helios or stamina Helios. Okay, revolve does beat wedge in terms of stamina. High revolve. So I'm thinking high revolve 10. We're just assuming this has one of the chassis that lets you put metal rings on it. I don't care which one it is. So Helios, Diabolos. So King, Diabolos, 10, high revolve. And this gives you a high up, relatively light stamina combo to counter the low down defense. And I think that would make you last longer. I don't know. Probably too high up, it would lose balance. So you probably want to, I don't know if attack would be a good idea. Because Jet has really good defense. And if you have a heavy low down Jet, attack, I mean, you could do high revolve and then use the attack chassis so the rubber parts slam into it, which would be really smart on Helios. Because then you have like spikes going out. That would probably destroy. Okay, hear me out. King Diabolos, I think that's 3A, destroy. Oh wait, no, because then you're not tall. King Diabolos 3A high revolve. So that way you're high up in stamina, but have an attack chassis, so the low down wyvern gets knocked out and your stamina prevails. So how would you beat that? It's a stamina type, a pretty heavy stamina type that, okay, I guess compared to what the options here, it's decent. Pretty heavy stamina type that has a chassis where if you're too low, you're just gonna get banged. That sounds weird. I think the best way to counter that would be, we can't do Jet because it kind of counters Jet's entire gimmick. So Curse. This is Curse, right? Yeah. Curse, Spriggan, balance chassis. I guess you just gotta go wedge. So you get low down and the wheels kind of deflect the attacks. Ooh. Okay, so I forgot I can draw. Here's our current, that's actually a pretty sucky, I don't like the circle. So we go boom, 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 boom. Here's our current option. Not bad. Now, the counter is currently this. Wait, I should make that a different color, hold on. Okay, I can't change the size in this, sadly. I'll just go ahead and do that. So that's our counter. This looks absolutely diabolical. I'm just gonna stick with red and use it for like making notations. Because no. Alright. So I think Hollow is just off the list because if you use Hollow for stamina, it's off balance, and if you use Hollow for attack, it will just you can just counter it with Jet anything. So we're gonna cross off Hollow. That how did I fail drawing that? It's such an easy thing to draw. So why is it pink? I want it to look red. Red. There we go. All right, so we're gonna cross off Hollow. Cross off. We won't be using Fafnir. That's just out of the question. We don't need to use this because we already have Spriggan on the table. And honestly, both of these, they're both dual spin and they both have metal. So these are just interchangeable. We'll just kind of ignore these for now. Chip does not matter. We're not using edge. I don't know why I put it on there. It's kind of goofy. So here are our options. All right, let's look at our options here. Yeah, I think having a left spin is good because you can't have really a smart. Okay, let's go ahead and use the mark again. I want to use this one. So here's our current option. We got king, anything. This chassis, high revolve. That's our current choice. Now countering that is quite difficult. Current counter is curse, balance chassis, wedge. I don't know if you want to use destroy in any scenario. You don't want to use it for attack, but that's all you would ever use it for. If you went with, like I said, you can't attack because Jet can counter it unless you use destroy on Jet, which is absolutely stupid. Or destroy on Helios, which could counter Jet, honestly. If you're fast enough, you wouldn't need this chassis. You could just spin around, knock Jet out, but then Jet could have a really heavy, the wedge combo with balance chassis, so then it's low down heavy and hitting it out would be difficult to do. Or we could just do the same thing with curse and the wheels go either direction, so I think it would be a bad idea to try and go with attack. So I think we're not going to use, wrong color. We are not going to use destroy. So our only, and also we don't want anything light, that's not a good idea. So our only options are really these three chassis and these three layers and these two drivers. Anything else can be countered easily, so we don't want to focus on that. So the question is, which of these, let's just go ahead and fully cross this out because these do not matter. I want it to be out of my vision. All right, so which of these do we want to use? Oh yeah, and hollow. So if you go with Jet, let's suppose you go Jet, wedge, balance chassis. Can that be countered by anything? Revolve, I think, does have better stamina, but it is more off balance. And if you take the balance chassis, you're kind of forced to go with one of these two for stamina. Both are attack based. And I don't know if you want that, especially because if you're high, you don't want to have attack points for stamina. And you're going against Jet, so it's not like they'll actually do any good. Well, okay, what if you go with Wyvern and High Revolve on the balance chassis? If you take that, then whatever has to fight you has to be low. And I don't know if Revolve is better than Wedge. I don't think it is. I don't know. Because when you're higher up, you lose a lot of balance. And in the end, that'll screw you over. But you also have Revolve, which has a spinning plate. So the tilting won't really be a problem because you'll have more life after death than Wedge anyways. Because Wedge actually has horrible balance. I just realized that. It gets off center and it wobbles a lot. So this is the best stamina driver. So if you go Wyvern, balance, and then stamina or high revolve, whatever fights. I mean, you could go with. Well, no, because wedge is just worse. It's a good defense and stamina type. You'd have to go to attack. You can't beat it with wedge or edge. Funny, because neither of those have good enough stamina to beat it. Definitely not edge. So they could be forced to go on attack. And the only thing, like either of hollow, I don't know, because hollow, rubber attack chassis and destroy, that's pretty brutal. But I think because it's high up, the gimmick goes into a lot of effect, and revolve is going to keep you from going on a ring out. And if you're tilting, you'll have a lot of like it'll be free spinning, so you can correct yourself when you hit another bay. I don't know. Would Hollow Attack Chassis Destroy be a good option to counter Wyvern? Because you can also go the same thing with Helios. And I don't know. I mean, I don't think this would matter. The chassis wouldn't matter because you already have high revolve, so it's not like the chassis will be contacting anything. You're too low down for any of these drivers, especially Destroy, which is the lowest, I think. So it, chassis doesn't matter. It's really just about the driver. So Helios Destroy. Hmm. I don't know if that would beat Jet with high revolve. It might, but then if you want to eliminate that combo, if you go with that combo, then you can be countered by. Could you be countered by Wyvern Wedge? Probably. Yeah, you'd probably be countered by Wyvern with Wedge, because Wedge can take the hits, unlike Revolve. I don't know, maybe you couldn't. I'm not sure. This one's very difficult. I think I will have to give it to my final choice. Kind of difficult is going to be Jet Wyvern with. Okay, let's go ahead and erase all of the markings. Yeah, so it's going to be Jet Wyvern, or rather Jet Spriggan, whatever balanced chassis this is, because the chassis are too hard to remember. High Revolve. This is my best combo, and in terms of secondary, I would probably have to go with Helios, 2 or 3 or 1A, Destroy, and obviously it's going to be so King Diabolos, Destroy. That sounds terrifying. Versus Jet Spriggan, High Revolve. I think this is a pretty even matchup. That would be my choice. See you in the next video.